Hey guys, and welcome back to No Bland Makeup, where we do makeup and body paint tutorials, usually with a cosplay twist. And guess what? Today is one of those cosplay ones. Yeah. For the record, I'm not naked. That is not YouTube appropriate. Or at least I will never get my monetization back if I am. So, I haven't posted videos in a little bit because I've been picking up extra shifts at work, but this was pre-recorded. I'll have some other stuff and more, like, steady content later, but for now, let's get into this video. So if you want to know how I got my eyebrows to magically disappear, I will have that video linked in the cards up above, but we're going to start off by drawing on our eyebrows in a much higher and thinner area. Basically. Jessica Rabbit, if you haven't seen her before, has very, very thin eyebrows. I feel like that is kind of like the norm for cartoon characters. Nobody has love for thick eyebrow people. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna draw these on pretty thin. I'm gonna draw them on pretty thin. Try to keep them as even as possible. That would be helpful. Sisters, not twins. So this is basically the reason why I did my eyebrows first. I wanted to see kind of where I would have to put that like overextended eyelid. Jessica Rabbit has way more eyelid space than I do. I'm jealous. What can I say? So I'm gonna go ahead and start by using a darker shade of purple to kind of give me the outer part of the shape I want and to kind of add a little bit more dimension. My favorite word. Then I'm gonna take some lighter purple eyeshadow and put that in the rest of the space, also kind of completing it to make it look like I have an actual eyelid. And if you guys can hear thunder in the background, it's because it's about to start raining and I'm hoping it stops in less than an hour because I have to go to work. And then just to darken it up a little bit more and give me more of that contrast that I really want, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more of that darker purple. I almost said orange. Don't ask me why. But yeah. And because you can't shade or contour anything without also highlighting it, because I said so, and that gives things more of a realistic look, mostly we're going for that second one. I'm gonna apply a little bit of highlight on the inner corner, making sure to really blend it into that lighter purple so it doesn't just look kind of like bad. Not bad, but like I want it to look a little bit more blended. And then I'm gonna apply some eyeliner. I say and also apply a lot in these videos. I noticed that since I started putting subtitles. Yeah, I should look up some different words. But we're gonna not so much do a winged eyeliner. You're gonna stop just about where the end of your eyeshadow is. So you don't really want to go further than that. Just kind of keep it there. So because she's a cartoon, I'm gonna outline her eyelid. But keep in mind, if you have any kind of dips or groove in that area, like where my eyebrows and my nose meet, I have a pretty significant sink in there. So it's not going to be completely flat. You want to make sure that you take that into account when you're kind of drawing this out and kind of giving yourself a little bit more in that area. So it tricks the eye and makes your eye think that it's flat even though it's not. If you want to see me master that for once, check out my Hulk video. I'm actually very proud of that. I'll have it linked in the cards, hopefully by tonight. Then, because I'm mildly obsessed with eyelashes lately, and she does actually have some on, I'm going to apply some lashes. If you guys want a full video on how to do that with tips and tricks and other things, I will have that linked in the cards up above. Mostly, I don't explain it too well in this video, just for time. But like I said, if you guys really want to know how to apply lashes, I'll have that in the cards. Then I'm going to apply some mascara. If you want to know why I do that after lashes, check out that video I mentioned. Now for the lips, hers are super overdrawn. Mine are not. So we're going to overdraw our lips. I started off by using a red liquid lipstick. Any kind of red lipstick will work for this. And then to give a little bit of a more cartoony kind of look, I outlined with some black eyeliner. You can use any kind of thing. If you have a black lip liner, that works too. Eyeshadow, etc. And again, because I'm trying to make this more of a realistic cartoon, I'm gonna apply some white eyeshadow, or you can do a liquid lipstick, whatever you prefer, in the middle and really blending it out. Not so that it looks white, but just so that the red looks a little bit lighter. Technically, you could probably get away with a pink, but I liked how this looked a lot, so I'm gonna stick with what I said. And then on the flip side, you're going to take some black eyeshadow and just on the outer corners, shade that in just a little bit. Now, since her face is more ovally and mine is more round, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring just to give my face a little bit more of that oval kind of look. I'm not going to do any super harsh contouring, just a little bit under my cheekbone and the jawline. Like I said, just to give me more of an oval kind of appearance. One thing Jessica Rabbit does have, though, is some blush. So I'm just going to apply that on the cheeks, which, ironically enough, I think made my face look even more round instead of oval-shaped, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, as far as, like, where we started, I think this is pretty good. I'm missing something, though. Definitely the wig. So I loved doing this video, if you guys couldn't tell. I was being a little sarcastic, I'm sorry. But I actually do love doing this. If you have a red sparkly sequin thing, go ahead and apply that. But that is the video, so if you guys liked it, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to see what comes out of my channel next. And hit that notification bell, and hopefully YouTube will do its job and tell you when I post a new video. But let me know in the comments down below who you want to see me cosplay next, and I will give you credit where credit is due, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.